Welcome back to some more War in the Sea. We've entered into an engagement in our progression. I figured I'd bring you guys into this. No, like 93, I think. Part 93. So as you see, we have some Japanese torpedo bombers. But let's get into it and see a little bit more of what we got in place for us. There's an awful lot in place for us, and I had the error of putting in my cap late. We are, what time is it? It's 5:10 in the morning, so the distance between my two fleets caused this to happen because I sent them at 05, I think. Pretty sure that's what it was. So at the first opportunity I could send, I believe I sent them, but they're in the engagement, but they're too far away to really do too much about. It's this first group here. The first group is high altitude bombers with these big, I think they're 800 kilogram bombs, which are pretty devastating if my ships get hit by them. And there's 9 of them, and the rest are all torpedo planes. These are torpedo planes. So we have until this group of these big bombs coming our way. Now, what will they go for? We have a bunch of ships. This is our cruiser fleet. We do have this guy, the British, the Renown. She's good in case we come across something a little bit bigger, but yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens. I think we might be able to escape this, but we'll see. But we got a lot of big ships here, and hopefully we can get out of it unscathed. Maybe these guys can come in and do some work before it gets too ugly. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on these guys and see who they go after. I have a feeling they're going to go after the Minneapolis. One down. Two down. Shoot this guy down, please. Be helpful. Come on, boys. He's going to drop on that. Alright, so that's after him. Let's see what we get on this guy. Where is it? No, he's going after the Renown. Yeah, absolutely, definitely. So let's see what we get here. Let's see if we get some, no, got it here. Interesting. So we have torpedoes coming in as well. Okay, we do have some torpedoes in the water. How can we avoid these? What's the distance there? I don't think we're going to be able to avoid, but we'll see. Let's see if we can go hard right. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Turn. Turn. Oh, wow. Very good. We got lucky there. So these guys here are going after this guy, I believe. Yeah, I really would like to get out of this without having any damage. Let's see what we can do here. Gonna turn. So we were able to shoot them down. Turn again. Alright, torpedoes in the water. Gonna make sure that nobody's getting hit. We don't want any unnecessary hits. So you're all good. Astoria, you need to kick it in gear. Bradford, I'm pretty sure you're okay. And I don't see anybody else getting dangerous here. Radford's our last case here. And then we're going to make these guys pay for what they did to us. So let's go back and find the, who's the damaged ship? This guy. And you look good. Radford's fine. So ideally, we want our aircraft to stay together. So we're going to group them back up. Please. We lost one F4. Slow everybody down. And let's get everybody grouped back up together. All right, back to what, Radford? All right, everybody's repaired. We're getting out. All right, 24 aircraft shot down. As you see, we've come into partial assisting the game move through. We want these guys, the carrier, to be closer. The distance here is just unacceptable. So we're going to go up to this inner ring right here. And you guys, because we don't want to get, well, we have capped. Let's see how far away they are. Let's let them get closer. And now we're just going to go in with these guys and put a little smacking on them. So let's do that. And you guys are cool with that, so we're gonna just say no more. So that's 1. What does that do to Ambion? It's down to 2. So let's try one more. Should be 1. And one more should make it go away forever. Yep. And we do have an engagement, so we're going to do that. Begin. And we're going to let our aircraft put a spanking on. Let's make sure these guys are where I want them to be. Let's get them to form up, and we're going to have them turn. All right, start. So it looks like we have K-43s, right? Or zeros. Yeah. Land-based zeros. But we're not overly concerned with that because our boys are going to put a spanking on them. So let them do that. And let's just be clear. These guys have bombs? Yeah, we do have bombs. I'm okay with that. We're gonna break you, and I want you to speed up and get out of that way. Okay, so no bombs look like they were released, which is fine. It looks like our guys are going to deter their bombie drop. Yep, they got bombs still. And these two guys, somebody just said they're going to go after him. Yeah. So we're gonna follow this guy and see what he does. Shoot, 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 shoot. There we go. Nice play, Shake. So those three got wasted pretty easily, yeah? Get everybody? 8 and 8. Okay, we lost one. So let's retreat out. We're done. So our mission here was to break Ambion down to zeros, which we did. We're gonna do, I think, a check. I think we brought something so we can check, right? This is a mistake I made. I didn't put any, I should have put troops on this before I sent them out here, but it is what it is. I'm not concerned totally. But you're gonna go back to Port Moresby, so we are gonna escort though. So we are gonna have them come over here and have them do a little spot check. You, Sarah, are gonna go up here. And you're in the danger zone right now, so I want you to put up your cap. I don't expect we'll see anything, but if we do, we want to be covered. And again, the purpose of that was we want to take this base just for command point purposes, locations. There was no airfield or anything, so I'm not guessing there'll be a lot of troops. We'll see. But let's see what happens when we get over there. Look around and retreat. Other parts of the map we have some other things going on, but we'll get to that later. Kingfisher, where are you? Oh yeah. So we've seen this before. This was a prospective CV off a truck. Now the Hornet is How far away? 373. So we are going to actually cap up some, put a cap up because of proximity. So you stay up, and because it's a carrier, we are going to send up send 13 Dauntlesses with AP, because there might be something AP-ish needed over there off the Hornet. So that's basically the Hornet for the day. Now let's go to Lexington. Lexington, we are going to have you send up your air wing, because you're going to escort, and I want you to escort the Dauntlesses, and then we're going to have another group of Dauntlesses come off to Lexington that we're going to have join them following the SPDs, and you guys are going to be SAP, and I want you to follow the Dauntlesses. So 13 and 24 is the goal. And we want the first group of Dauntlesses to lead the way, and let's see if we can get them there and together, hopefully. I'm going to ignore that and have them just pretend they're not there. So they're heading directly east, so we want to make sure that we get in front of them, like so, and hopefully we can get there together as a group. Really? So that's a tricky little deal that they just disappeared like that. Sometimes you got to use your Mark 1 eyeballs to spot pixels in the distance. But yeah, not gonna happen. And our Wildcats are returning, so we have to think about this. 191, so we need to reevaluate. Well, that's pretty much it. We either get it or we don't. I don't know how we missed. Oh, there we are. Yeah, all right. We're going to ignore that because we want our Dauntlesses to be together. So I'm going to send them this way. And hopefully we can determine the carrier versus the supply ships. But let's see what happens. Of course, that's what happens. Okay. So we'd rather not get wasted by their fighters. But we are going to look and see what they have. Yeah, this guy. This is the one that we want to get rid of. This could be very bad, but we're going to do it anyway. We're just going to send everybody in. The goal here is to make this ship go away. I'm not worried about the destroyers. I guess we can identify it. We've done this last, I don't know, I checked it before, but we'll check it again. So, which one are you? So again, I talked about this, I think, in the last video. Well, recognition for carriers. For me, the first thing I look at is the stern of the ship, the back end, right? Bow, stern. These little angles, plus the yellow and red, or white and red stripe for landing area. So this is the ship in question, but we're going to look a little further for identifying certain things. The bow, this little directional, that's seen from the air, so that I believe the angle of approach, so that the aircraft, when they're coming into land from this direction, they can still see that at altitude. I believe that's what they have, but they have them in different locations. Some of them are here, some are here. This is probably the worst place to put it, but okay. We're going to send everybody in. I have a feeling they're going to get shot down pretty drastically, but we're going to go with it and see how we manage to fare. Yeah, this is the title, so let's do that. Which guy do we want to be? Let's do it in two groups. I'm going to say number 13, Lucky 13. Where are you going to go, bruh? So who's this guy? It's Martin Anderson is the pilot, and Bucky Compton is the guy in the back. And we're going to see exactly what they get put through. Now again, altitude, they have to go down to a certain altitude before they can engage, which is kind of silly, but this should get nasty. I don't like the fact that we can't go in at a higher altitude and be safer. I expect to see aircraft somewhere in this region. If they don't have a cap up, they're going to get spanked hard. And keep looking around there, Bucky. And again, these guys as well are coming in to do the same thing. I'm not too concerned with the let's see how well we do here. There's gonna be a lot of gunfire coming our ways, boys, but yeah, I think that was the scout plane that we had up. You guys are buck short. Now these are the armor-piercing bombs that Bucky and Jacobson got shot down. Come on, boys, let's do it. So it's pretty horrendous attack on these guys. All I'm trying to do here is coordinate as many of these guys up together so I can get them out safely. They probably will not get out safely. Again, all I'm trying to do is get these guys to safety as best I can. Not really much I can do. Yeah, these guys are getting toasted. So we go back to here, and what do I want to do? We just sunk that. The Tayo is gone, so we are actually going to retreat. What's the best way to do this and not be too cheesy? Is I'm going to say cease, break, form up, and then go this way. We do not want to lose 2 full air wings of dive bombers. We're going to sacrifice these SPDs and let them do their thing as long as they can. That's not going to be much longer. So that's how we get rid of basically the remaining dive bombers on our, I think it was the Hornet, right? Or the Wasp, I forget which. These guys, on the other hand, need to beat feet. So we need you guys to box up, form up, and get out of dodge. If we can form up quick enough, those fighters won't make it to us. Again, our goal was to get rid of the carrier, which we did. And we're going to, for sake of cheating the game a little bit, not escape until we're off the map. There could be an actual thing where at this time they don't even know what direction we are in. They're probably sad that their aircraft carrier is sinking. Those armor-piercing bombs did a good job. Should we have gone in and risked these for the destroyers? No, I'm not willing to do that. I'd rather take care of that with surface ships if necessary. So if they follow us to the Enterprise, I think we can spank them easily enough. So we're basically off the map, so let's get out. So we got 6 command points for sinking the Tayo. We did lose 13 dive bombers. Alright, this is a thing. Yeah, that's usually a bad sign when that happens. So, as you just saw, we were going after... We went after a carrier, which is gone, and now we have this. You may have noticed something as well, is that our dive bombers were here, and now they are not here. So we lost the 13 remaining Dauntlesses off the Hornet, and we have 1 remaining Dauntless off the Lexington. But I'm not seeing them here, so I'm wondering where they went. So maybe we can do a little searchy search and see if we can find them. Alright, no more. You're not gonna show me any more Dauntlesses. So I don't know what happened to those Dauntlesses, but they're gone. That's a cheaty thingy to do. We got them off the map, but are they hidden in here somewhere that we can't see? Yeah, that's just piss poor. All those Dauntlesses gone because of the game. Yeah, not a big fan of that. That's pretty bad. Let's go back and take a look. Yeah, we did lose the 13 off the Hornet. I get that. And we lost... We lost all those Dauntlesses that didn't drop their bombs and just disappeared off the map. That kind of angers me a little bit. We are going to go in and make these guys pay for it, which shouldn't be a problem at all, to be honest with you. Maybe they'll show up after some time, who knows. And as we wait for that to happen, we are here at Sarong, so we are going to actually unload and see what we have here. So 2,400 troops. That's about halfway. That's not enough. What do we got on Sarah? Did we bring anything? We didn't bring anything, did we? No. So, yeah, just my organizational skills of coordinating this attack has not been good. What do you guys have on you? And it's because I didn't bring anything on you, and I probably planned on doing so. So, we're gonna send you guys home. Everybody back here. I'm gonna have you stay here. That's probably not a good choice and very risky, but it's what we're gonna do. And you guys are gonna wait for... No, we're not. We're gonna go. We got things to do. We got people to see. need to get down and back quick. So once again, Sarong looked at 2430. So let's see how many troops we lose from this travel. Again, this is the group that we should be finding. So Pompey, what were you doing? I think you are managing cargo. Yeah, we wanted to get some troops on this guy. And we are going to jet right over to Sarong. And it's kind of a dangerous direction to go in, but that's what we're doing. But for this little short video, that's where we're going to leave it. Let's do a save. I'm cutting this one short for a couple different reasons. First of all, I didn't like how the game froze us up and we lost all those aircraft. I think I want to try and load a save and see if that changes anything. So 214 last, that's what we're going to call this one. So this will be where we start up again, unless those aircraft come back and auto save. So let's go back, see if we can load up. I just want to see, let's see what an auto save is. Where does that put us? So that puts us with these 13 Dauntlesses and these going after this one. Here's the thing, boys and girls in Toonland. Sometimes you don't always get what you want, but sometimes you don't get cheated for no reason. The game just killed 24 aircraft for no reason. But we're gonna not get too crazy with it. We'll come over here and we'll do something to this, probably 2 supply ships. It says 6, but I don't think that's the case, but let's take a look and see. You guys, I am gonna go in and do what we did last time though. And we're gonna go attack that carrier. So, okay, similar to last time, let's begin and see what happens. So it's pretty much the same scenario, except for we are going to have these guys attack immediately. I'm not going to change anything. These guys, I want to head this direction, and I want you guys to form up. So again, cheater, pumpkin eater. Okay, I'm not gonna dog the issue on that. So you're gonna get the full frontal on this one, I guess. Let's go, boys. So let's see if it works out the same way it did last time. Last time we got jumped by, I think it was only 4 zeros. And our guy back here was the first one to get hit. So, I don't know what you guys, if you guys are upset at me for doing this, but I just don't like the idea of losing aircraft because the game decided to delete them out of my history. I think that's pretty poor. You know, I don't know, I kind of feel bad about doing it, but not that bad. So we're just gonna let this happen. Let these guys do their business. Maybe we'll get these guys to do a little more surviving this time than last time. Maybe we'll get totally disseminated again, and the angle are you taking there, boss? What the heck are you doing? So bro, can you, like, get on the deck, please? Okay, so the results were different in this engagement, which I'm happier about, because I don't feel as cheap. But you know, we could get crazy here and try send what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these guys. So it looks like the fires are going out, and the ship is going to be fine. We are sending in those 6 guys. Because these guys do all sorts of stupid stuff to each other. These destroyers just decide to go for all sorts of craziness. So I'm okay with doing that way. You know, the idea of losing so many aircraft when we're off the engagement. Let's retrieve what happened here. Is that the group of 27 or 24 SPDs, everything in yellow from 14 to 37, they were off the map over here, in flight, off the map, good to go, happy, getting ready to leave the engagement. All the other Dauntlesses that flew off this direction, that attacked and actually sunk this carrier, were shot down by the enemy fighters. Okay, that's acceptable. I expect that. I expect a lot more than 4 aircraft up in the air doing capital to this thing. But they're off the map, so I'm not going to stress about it too much. But when we go back in, they're gone. They're empty. They're eliminated. So these guys just appeared out of nowhere, which is kind of silly. I luckily sent them into space, which is amazing. We are going to send them down in a spiral, and I want them to form up. We're going to have them do a slow dive. And do I expect these guys to survive? No. Do I expect them to be all shot down? Yes. But we're going to follow these guys. And I kind of appreciate it if you guys, you know, wow, just randomly out of nowhere spawning. And it is what it is. I'm not going to go crazy about it. We're going to let these guys do their spinny spin action and let them go to town. And they'll probably all get shot down, but hey, they're going to do it for a valid cause. So the thing is that these guys are in a tight formation. They're in a descent, and they're going as slow as possible. So they're at 100 miles an hour, whereas this guy, let's get real close to them. This guy is going 253, so he can't slow down to get guns on target when they're descending like that. So these are not armor-piercing bombs. There's only 6 of them. Sounding like Forrest Gump again. She's still burning, but we need to get there before all these guys get shot down. So once they show back up on the radar, we'll send them in again. And we want them to just make this guy go bye-bye. And hopefully they attack properly this time and not something crazy like they did last time. So it looks like... No, we're not. These guys are going to get shot down. Not overly stressed about it. Look at these dumb clucks. Alright, it's getting a little squirrely here because... Oh yeah. Okay, so these guys... I'm looking at the wrong ones. These guys are going off the map and disappearing, which is fine. I'll let them do that. And these guys are the ones attacking. Just to get confusing, isn't it? Isn't that the way of the world? And we're gonna get a little crazy again. I know. Here's the thing, boys and girls. Yeah, I don't like flying over all these ships. It's one of those things where I just kind of assume we're gonna regret it. You know, we got all these destroyers with their anti-air guns. Probably gonna lose a couple. Kills one right now. We may not even make it to the carrier because I didn't change course. We'll call this my penalty for reliving time. Yeah, there's one. I think we'll make it now. Let's put this guy out of his misery, please, shall we? So, form up, Vic, form up, and you guys need to run this way because they're coming, and they're coming hard. So we're going to stay here, and we're going to see what the status is of you. Critical moderate, he's not going down. We got some pretty good hits on him. I wish it would show what bombs hit and which bombs, because there's 1,000 bombs on the belly, and see if we can look at one while we're at it. So this guy's 1,000 pounds, and these are 500, I think, or maybe they're just 100-pound bombs. Yeah, they're probably 100 pounds, but let's see if this guy puts his fires out or not. Yeah, I just don't like the fact of an entire air wing disappearing off the map, not to enemy gunfire, and calling that fair. These guys are going to go home for repair, and I'm okay with that. We didn't wind up sinking the ship. I'm okay with that. Oh, well, maybe he'll burn himself to death. And you know, you guys want an hour long, at least an hour long of gameplay, even if it's kind of similar. And on that auto save, I didn't have any choice of where to auto save, so we'll accept that. I can totally understand if you guys want to get mad at me for doing that and cheating the game, but you know, I did 27 aircraft it was that just disappeared without anything. You know, they were at 10,000 feet flying at altitude off the map of engagement, and then when I went back they were gone. So where'd they go? They went into the Bermuda Triangle or into the Stargate universe world or something. Who knows? And we gave this carrier a second chance, and it looks like the second chance is gonna do her fine. Where are all the destroyers? No, they're playing hide and go seek back there. And as all my aircraft go off. Now the thing is that when we go back in, are we still going to have those SPDs, two groups? So if this guy's going to burn himself out, I wish he would hurry up and do it. So he's a heavy, so he wasn't critical before. Either way, those aircraft that took off from him are not taking off again. And if the fires just get more out of hand, she could just implode. Oh wow, she did go. Okay. Well, we're gonna do that, and do this. And see if we can get a better shot of her going down. I like the detail they put into these ships, these models. You know, just that little life ring right there, orange and red. Pretty cool. she didn't sink. Maybe she did. Let's see the report. No, a destroyer sunk itself. We didn't sink but she's critical. So let's, maybe those guys back there will do some more stupid stuff. Sink another one of their ships by mistake. Do another flyby. You know, having served on carriers, specifically the John F. Kennedy CV-67, Dwight D. Eisenhower CV-69, and the USS Independence CV-62, along with many other ships. But you know, being on a carrier with so many people, tight confined spaces, the routine of 12 on, 12 off, which gets really old quick. Repetitive drills that just seem like a nuisance after a time. You get used to it and it's okay, but oh, we're doing another drill. Periodically, I don't know how many times, but it seems like it's more often than not. Let's say once a week, they do what's called a man overboard drill, where everybody, regardless of where you are, has to report to your workstation. So if you're asleep and this alarm goes off, you basically have to get out of your rack, where you sleep, your bed. Call it a rack in the Navy. R-A-C-K, not I-R, so it's rack. And you go to where your workplace is and you do a head count muster. Everybody reports to the ship and they make sure all hands are on the boat. That takes, you know, we're talking thousands of people. You know, with the air wing and with the ship's company, you're talking, I don't know what the exact numbers are, just throw out 2,700 people maybe. In those numbers. So it takes an hour or two, and then once you've reported and drill is over, go back to sleep, and then you start your day the next day as soon as you should have. There's no delay because you had a man overboard drill. And then there are the times when some young kid decides to throw something overboard at night. There are these life jacket lights that flash, and they're water sensitive. So if you take one of these and you throw it in the water, it'll start blinking, and that will trigger a man overboard drill as well, where they actually have to go through the man overboard drill, but then go and retrieve that light. And another destroyer has sunk itself. Okay. And those, you get angry, you know, at the crew member that threw that overboard, and you really want to meet that person, if you get my feeling. You know, in this wide range of cultures in the United States, and the people that join the service for many different reasons. Okay, she's done. So I think that's all we got on this one. But as I was saying, you get people in the service that can't acclimate to being a unit. People still think they're civilians when they're no longer civilians. And what that does is it makes people do things to lash out at the establishment, if you will. You join the service for whatever reason. In other words, maybe they couldn't get into college, maybe they didn't like their surroundings, or they didn't have a job to rely on, or they wanted to be their own man or woman and go out and see the world. But once they got there, they realized it's not fun. It's not a pleasure cruise. That there's actually work and people they have to answer to. It's not for everybody, is what I'm saying. Some people think it's just, adventure and blah, blah, blah. It's 10% adventure and 90% monotony and holding back your thoughts and feelings and emotions to like lash out. And, those are things you can't do when you're in the service. So that's one of those things that a lot of people can't get their mind over, and it makes it difficult for them to participate and be in the service. So as we watch her go down to the depths. Yeah. So with that, we are going to get out. Let's retreat out of here and see if we still have our SBDs from before. It says we lost 15 out of 38, so should be what? 18 remaining. Alright, so this should be 18 if I click on it. 18 plus the remainers that were left. So we're gonna go and we're gonna use our bombs on this guy if we can. Let's see if we find them. Another Forrest Gump reference. And see if we can put a spank on somebody here. Let's see who doesn't have bombs. No reason sending them in to get shot down. So it looks like this group maybe just these four. We're gonna have them speed up, get up, form up tight, and we're gonna send them this way because there's no need to get them involved if they got nothing to participate. No bombs, no bombs, no bombs, no bombs, bombs. So these guys are going to go away, and the rest of them, I'll have them attack whatever we find. So let's go and look, see what we have. Yeah, it's just one ship. So, okay, well, let's get rid of this ship while we're here. I think 2 groups should be enough, but we're going to send in everybody because we're not going to go back to the ship with ordnance that makes no difference to use later. So that should be a world of hurt on this guy. Let's get them rolling and see what happens to that. So, yeah, that was my Navy storytelling. We all have jobs that we do. They say the difference between men and women with jobs is that men do it because they have to and women do it because they want fulfillment. In the Navy, or in any guy's job, you do it to pay the bills and maybe have a family and take care of your family and your kids if you have any. That's why we work. And also because I think most men feel the need to work. There are lazy people out there that just say, I don't want to ever work and I'm happy to not work. But I think most men feel like they're substantial by actually working. But that doesn't mean they love their jobs or love what they do and have a passion. You know, those are all privileges. Have a passion for jobs, you know, working. That's a thing that you know, people talk about, but you know, I don't think it's that's not what I want. So we're gonna follow this guy in and see what happens, since we'll look at the results of our mate's bombing here. Nice hit, 2. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7. This should definitely do him in. I would think 8, 9. Our guy's not going to hit it. Yeah, you should be toast, my friend. Okay. So with that, we're going to have everybody form up with that guy to head off the map. And yeah, he's toast. So we got him out of the game. That's good. And these guys are all going to go home. So with that, we're going to get out of this. Not much else we can do. We got our 1 command point, and all of you guys are going to RTB. The destroyer should turn around and go home. We're going to remove this and this. That was the Taiho, so we're going to remove that as well. But we are going to put a P there to say that's a spawning point or location where we've seen ships in the past. So the result. So our Wildcats turn around. We have to consider the range on Wildcats. It's, I believe, 403. Let's take a quick look here. So these guys without bombs, 408 nautical miles. Okay, so if we use our measure backslash from our start point to like where we were, 355, and let's say it was there, but I noticed that these Wildcats turned around before that, and I'm wondering if it's the time of when we launched them. But we have to do it that way, because if we launch with bombs first on our SBDs, we can't launch fighters. As soon as we launch bombs off of the carrier, they don't allow us to launch anything else afterwards. We have to wait. So we still have to go fighters, bombers from one ship, and then we can do the same thing from the other ship as well. But yeah, it didn't seem to work out too well. But now Sarang, from our save, we do not have here's the thing. Do we just continue and land here with a third of the troops we need, or do we wait? This is our invasion force, and we have 8, 16, 2,400 troops. Troops, and 1, 2, 3, so 1,600 supplies. So we're on the wrong end of that number. What do we got else over here that we could send? Really like nothing. This guy is going to truck to pick up some more stuff. We're not going to rush this, so for that I am not going to we're going to have everybody muster over here. Even you, I want you to wait. You're going to be the secondary group, and you who are out of ammo, you're going to go back and get more ammo. So we're going to send you back over here to rearm. You know, unprotected ships for me is a big no-no. I don't like to do that, so that's why we're sending those over there. What is your location? Where are you patrolling? Let's change that. I want to be a little bit more like this. Yeah, you just do that. Because again, you're just protecting this base. We're not looking for you to engage large groups of ships or anything. And we did see a battleship. Maybe it was a CDO, I don't know. But I think one of these was not that, it was a Yamato, I believe. So we want to keep that in check. But then when we look over here, what do we got going on? You're going to truck. You are patrolling there. Where are you going? You're going to pick up troops because we don't have them anywhere else. We're taking them off a truck. It's got all sorts of troops to take. And you're defending Tarawa. These guys are coming in to drop. And should be enough troops there to take care of that. And you're going to Tarawa as well with more troops. We just want to get this back and then fortify it with an airfield so that we can actually do something about it. Where are you? Yeah, I'm not overly concerned with that, so we're just going to let that happen. So this Kingfisher here, you're either getting picked from Kendaria or Monado. Now that these are gone, they should be sending ships to resupply them. And if that's the case, we'll take care of them in time. We're just going to focus on these two locations over here, though. We don't want to get too crazy. Rabul, that might be the next place we bombard. That may have to come from up here, though. You know, we could probably take it out. You guys need to rearm, bruh. We're gonna do that, but we're not gonna do that quite yet. So we're gonna wait. So let's see if we can get through this day without any pain, and so 1850, these guys are coming in. Let's see if we can do something about that. Maybe not. They are going away. Let's see if these guys can get involved. I want to go after the first group. So these bombers are pretty dangerous. And our fighters don't like to fight smartly, so we'll see what happens. Again, all this does is tick away at the enemy. It does not like change the game much, but you see they got a bunch of these damn guys. Too low to get a good aim on. I think this is where we start losing aircraft. Let's take get on target. What are you shooting at, Tex? Shoot this guy. He's just doing nothing. I hate that. You need to get on a better altitude, my friend. Who are you going after? Go after this guy. Yeah. He's going slow, so you slow down. Yeah, that guy, right there. So the key to these interactions is that these planes need to focus on a target that is actually going to it's those veerways that really get me. When they veer away like that, when they're right in the perfect position. Just gonna let these guys run a little bit. I wish the targeting thing would work. Fortunately, it doesn't want to. Yeah, you could have gone for switched your target there, bro. You could find something else to shoot at. I think it has to do with the speed at which they're traveling. Alright, so go after him. You go after them. Who are you going after? Turn around and go after this guy. You go after that guy. Come on, bro. You almost had him. See how they're all doing these circles that overlap each other? Like this guy, he's overlapping this guy. And this guy's going to come over and overlap this guy. It makes it very difficult for them to engage. Like, you should probably engage that guy, right? Come on, bro. You can do it. It's the difference in speeds and the angles from which they can attack. These bombers, there should be no way that they could actually outrun and outturn these fighters. It shouldn't happen. And then the spray and pray. Oof. That guy's going in too fast to be able to make that turn. He's just not going to do it. And then you have these other guys. Come on, bro. So he just shot out all his ammo, basically. So I think we're going to call this one and just say get out with what we got. So let's retreat out of here. It's just kind of like pulling teeth. for these guys. And it's not fun, so we're gonna move on. Let's get to the morning, and then we're gonna call this one. All right, so you're a truck. We're gonna use you to invade over here, so we want troops and supplies. All right, so we're not close enough, of course. That should do it. Manage cargo. Okay. So, supplies. Oh, you have supplies. Okay. Troops. Troops. Fuel. Engineering. Troops. 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 So let's quick look and see if we did smart stuff or stupid stuff. All right, 300. That's 1400, 1700, 1900, 2100, 2300. So 2300 troops in this group. And how many supplies? I'm sorry. 16. I don't think we need to bring that engineering. Let's go over here and look. Yeah, they have engineering. They have no fuel. So we're not going to bring the engineering on this ship. So manage cargo. So we're not bringing that. We're going to bring supplies. Again, we want to be heavy on we want to have more supplies than we do troops. They say that makes the strength of your force stronger or equal, instead of just losing more troops. Instead of, you know, you got to have enough food to go around, I guess. So let's get to the morning. And as we come down here, we're in the morning. We're almost ready to take back Tarawa. These guys got a long way to go before they get to Sarong. We did do bombardment on here. So that's where we're going to leave it at an hour and a half. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had a little oopsies, but we will. This is where we're going to pick up from. I think it's fair. We go back to our carrier. You know, the Lexington lost every one of their SPDs, or at least, I don't know how many we lost. We lost 27 of them by their going out of an engagement off the map, like I said before. I don't think that's fair, so I decided I'll load in an autosave and redo the engagement. And we did lose, you know, we have what? We got no SPDs. I don't understand that either, because I thought we had 4 that made it. Maybe, no, we didn't. I don't think we did. Maybe all got shot down, which is fine. I'd rather deal with that than, say, losing all the SPDs on the Hornet and 90% of the SPDs off of the Lexington. I just think that's not fair to do that way. So that's why we did what we did. And we will pick up with another video tomorrow, I guess. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm sorry for the bending of the rules a little bit, maybe. But we'll try and pick it up later and get to a better result. All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.